happening, everybody? This is Patrice from My Embellished Life. Welcome. Oh, welcome back to my channel where I show you guys all about sewing shenanigans and whatever else tickles my fancy. Thank you so much for stopping by and decided to embark on this incredible journey with me. Oh my goodness, I haven't said that in such a long time. I think the last time I recorded anything was 2 months ago. Interesting. And look, you guys, I've been busy, okay? And I promise I'll tell you guys in another video what it is I've been up to these past 2 months. But right now, I am on a time crunch. At the time of this recording, it is Friday, the 5th of September, 2025. And let me tell you what time it is. It is 12:40 a.m. So this is some after dark sewing right now. Listen, so in the next couple of days, the 7th of September, it's my uncle's birthday and he has an 80th birthday party. And I need something to wear because the dress code is black cream or gold and it's a kind of elegant affair, so they say, and I need something to wear now. You guys, I've started this process a few months ago, and in my last fabric haul I actually showed you fabric that I was going to use to make this outfit, and I'm here. I'm still here a few days before this event without a garment in my hand. Oh my goodness, I got so wrapped up in things. A few days ago my mom asked, what is this you're wearing to this shingding? And I'm like, you know what, at this point, you just throw the black paint on me and let me walk in there with my birth clothes, because what am I doing? Why do we put ourselves through this torture? I'm talking about us sewies. Anyway, so the pattern that I'm going to use is not the one that I originally wanted to do, but it is what it is right now. I still love the pattern nonetheless. It's a go-to for me. So the pattern is McCall's 8009. It's a jumpsuit pattern. I did a sew and tell early on. I think maybe my third or so video. Don't quote me, but my early videos, one of them, there's a pattern review, a sew and tell with this particular pattern. So back then, I think I did mesh up between views A and C. Right now I'm just going to do everything view C. I've done the adjustments. So last time around I didn't do any adjustments. I think I lie, I graded between 14 and a 16, I think. But this time around, you know, I'm fine-tuning everything. So I've already cut out the fabric. You see it over here, over my tripod bars, is already cut out. So the adjustments that I did a sway back adjustment, you know, nothing too, you know, too major. I did a 1/2 inch with a sway back adjustment. I did a slope shoulder I did a narrow shoulder adjustment first, and I went in 5/8 of an inch, and then I did a slope shoulder adjustment by 1/2 of an inch. And yeah, and that's it. And of course I used size 16. I did a pivot and slide in order for it to accommodate for my bust and my waist, and that's about it for the adjustment. So hopefully it should go pretty smoothly. Like I said, I've sewed it up before. I do love this pattern, but let me show you the pattern that I wanted to do originally. Oh my goodness, what did I do with it? Un momento. So a few months back, when I was thinking about this whole thing, I went on Pinterest, you know, to get some inspiration, and I came across a dress. It was a lace dress. I'm not sure if it's high-low, but I'll put the inspiration here. And it's a Oscar de la Renta dress. I love that dress, and so I wanted to make that dress. And the original fabric that I got, like I said, I showed it in my last fabric haul. This is from Mood Fabric. So it's this beautiful, see, translucent fabric. You know, it's black, cream, and then you have the specks of the gold glitter. Look, I was in the color code right here, but I'm not using this fabric today. I'm going to save this for something else. But originally I did wanted to use this instead of the lace. And you know, time went on. I was hemming and hawing, and yeah. But so the original pattern that I wanted to do was a mashup between Vogue 9252. So I was going to use the bottom part, the high-low hem part, and then for the top, this bad boy, Vogue 1883. And I thought this was going to make a beautiful dress. Well, I still do think that it's going to make, that it will make a beautiful dress. And I bought, I think the lining that I am using, it's a stable knit. I can't remember the exact substrate, but I didn't wanted the dress just to fall on my body. I wanted it to have some sort of sticky outy shape. So yeah, but alas, this is not the fabric that I'm going to use, because I went in my fabric store after that, my local fabric store, and I got me this lace fabric. And when I saw the lace fabric, I'm like, aha, the dress is coming together. The problem is it did not have enough on the ball. This is just shy of 3 yards. Just shy. If it's not 3 yards, it's just shy of 3 yards. And I'm like, I don't have enough for this dress. I don't. I really don't. And I said, you know what? But I said, you know what? I really want to use this fabric instead. So that's when I went through and I said, you know what? A jumpsuit will look good as well with this fabric. And I do have enough for this fabric, to use this fabric. So yes. So like I said, everything is cut out. And we're good to go. We're going to do a show and tell, sewing after dark. And so we'll see how it goes. But before we get into it, let me just get my disclaimer out there. This is no way, shape, or form a tutorial for McCall's 8009. No, it is not. It is just me with all of my after dark sewing shenanigans here. So without further ado, let's go. Now before I start, I'm just going to show you the lining quick. Now, you know, it's nothing special. It's just a plain black. It has a little bit of stretch. What's that direction? Horizontally. Horizontal. It has a bit of horizontal stretch. This wasn't the lining that I was thinking on using originally, but my local fabric store did not have any suitable lining, but my sewing mentor told me that this lining would have been suffice. Now this was when I was still thinking about making the dress, and I still wanted, you know, to give the dress that sort of body to hold itself. I didn't want a straight down look, because, you know, I didn't want the drapey look. I wanted something that, you know, would give it form and that kind of thing without using is it a petticoat? Yeah, I didn't want to use a petticoat, but yeah. Anyway, focus. So, yeah, I'm still going to use this for the jumpsuit. Hopefully it will be all good. But yeah, it's already cut out anyway, so she better work. Anyway, let me get these lace attach to this bad boy, and then we can go on our merry way. Okay, so let's go. don't even know what to say right now, you guys. I am so upset. Oh my goodness. So let me tell you guys what happened. So I was stitching, the shoulders together for the lace part, and I was about to attach the lining part when I realized something. Yeah, this thing is not stitched right side together. So now, yeah, so now I have to go back and see if I can unpick the stitching in the shoulder out of this lace. How am I supposed to get this done? You guys, that almost got me. She almost got me, I tell you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so anyway, I've got it all situated now. So let me just attach this lining and get out of here. I wonder what time is it. You guys, it's after 3. It's almost 4 in the morning. Anyway, Patty Boo, let's continue this thing. Okay, guys, so definitely encountered some shenanigans back there that slowed me down. It wasn't in the plan, but it is what it is. I was able to pick apart that lace and fix that mistake. So I've attached the lace to the lining, I've understitched it, and the only thing left for me to do is give this top a good press. But let me tell you something, I am going to wait until daylight to do that. I cannot afford to mess this bad boy up. So I'm going to wait until daylight to give it a good press. Then I'm going to continue with the bottom portion of this bad boy. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night. Well, let's be honest, it's after 4 in the morning. Let's call it an early morning. Oh my gosh, see you later in the day. Get up, everyone. Rise and photosynthesize. Yeah. I know we're not plants so we cannot engage in the process of photosynthesis, but get up anyway. So, it's 11:15, still Friday, and we're back at it. So, when I left you guys a few hours ago, I had the bodice part almost completed. I thought I was ready to move on to the pants portion, but apparently I'm not. So I've attached the front and the back pieces. Yep, the lining is attached to the lace, did the understitching, and I've given it a good press. So I'm happy about that. So now have to deal with the midriff portion of this and attach it to the bodice before we even start tackling this portion, the pants portion of it. So let me do that quick, and then we can just go ahead and do what it is that we're supposed to do. So let's go. here is what we're working with so far. So the bodice part is completed. I've yet to insert the zipper, but I've got a very decent idea of the outcome of what I'm working with. So yeah, I'm loving the fit. Everything is good. I've already gone ahead and attached the lining to the lace for the trouser. So now I'm just gonna go and attach the trouser to the top portion and see what the outcome is. So let's go. All right, guys, so I'm back at it. It's still Friday, the 5th of September, and right now it's almost 5 o'clock. It's like 10 to 5. Yeah, I just want to get this bad boy over with. Look, I actually took a long break. I took quite a few hours break. I actually took a nap and everything. Listen, I was tired. The body wants what the body wants. So now I'm just going to go ahead. I've showed you guys the bodice already, and I'm just going to focus now on the bottom part of it. Fuse everything together, and let's see what the outcome of this thing is. So let's continue putting together McCall's 8009. Guys, we made it. Well, I made it. Yes, I was able to complete this jumpsuit without pulling an all-nighter before the event. So I finished it early Saturday morning on the 6th. Well, yeah, I finished it on the 6th. The majority of everything was finished the Friday. The only thing that I did the Saturday was the zipper. That's the only thing that I did on the Saturday. And I shouldn't say I, because I didn't want to put in the zipper. I took it to a tailor friend of mine and tell him insert the zipper. Because I just didn't want to fiddle with the zipper, especially with lace. Yeah, so I was able to complete the outfit. I am so pleased with the outcome of the outfit. You look, it matched the event perfectly, and the event, look, I am so happy for my uncle. You know, it was his 80th birthday, and it was just a joy to see him, you know, just being loved and celebrated by all of his family. So yeah, I didn't get to take much footage as I wanted to, but I was able to get some photos of the jumpsuits, which I will pop in somewhere. I will pop it in, but yes, it was a lovely event. I love the outcome of the jumpsuit. I will admit that it's a bit heavy, and I think it's because, well, not I think, because the lace is lightweight. It's the lycra lining that I used, so it's a bit heavy, but yeah, I still love it nonetheless. I love how it gives it, you know, just a bit of structure and stuff like that. So yeah, I love it. Would I wear it on a hot summer day or a hot summer evening? No, I wouldn't because of the lycra underneath. But I love the pattern nonetheless. This is definitely a TNT. Well, when I made it the first time in, I think it was 2023, yes, you know, I love the pattern, and I always promised myself that I was going to make the sleeveless version of it. And with these adjustments that I did, that sway back adjustment, love it, love it, love it. Listen, my back was smooth, I tell you. There was no gaping, there was no sagging. I love it. So with those adjustments, yeah, this is definitely a TNT for jumpsuits. You guys know I love me a good jumpsuit. And so, yeah, definitely a keeper. Definitely I'm going to make it again. Definitely again. It can be a quick make. It's not complicated. And if you use like, you know, easy to handle fabrics, even better. So yeah, I definitely love the outcome of this jumpsuit, McCall's 8009. Definitely a keeper for me. And so you guys, if you haven't tried this jumpsuit before, I guarantee you, you will love it. There is still time, in the year for this jumpsuit, because this jumpsuit can take you through all the seasons, and it is versatile for any occasion. You just have to be very aware of the fabric that you use. Yeah, so with the lace, definitely a keeper, definitely a keeper. Now, I still want to do the mashup with the Vogue patterns, and I think I might do that next with another fabric. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure out my sewing plans for the rest of the year, and I don't know whether or not I want to plan something or just go with the flow and just make what I like. We are in September. I do a lot of work stuff September, October, because this is the time that I actually go through my wardrobe. But do I want to make any work clothes even though I need them? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that is something that I'm definitely considering making. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of videos. But until then, guys, I'm happy to be back. And like I said, I will put out a video updating you guys of the things that I was doing during the summer. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. And I've been lurking in the background. I've been watching YouTube. One thing I've been terrible at, and I'm not going to tell you guys any lies, is that I've been terrible at checking Instagram and my messages on Instagram. Oh my goodness, a few weeks ago I decided to log in my Instagram and in my DMs, and I've noticed that I've had messages going back months, and oh my goodness, I felt so terrible. I'm like, these people must be thinking that I am a monster. Oh God, Mrs. Pompino. Oh my goodness, I felt so bad. So I had to go through all of my DMs and I had to send messages apologizing and all of that. But you guys, I am so sorry, and I do promise that I will try to keep up with my DMs and with Instagram and all of that. I am not the best content creator. Not the best. But yeah, I have to get better at it. I really do have to get better at it. So that's definitely something that I do have to work on. But definitely I will do better at checking my messages. So yeah, just putting that out there. But yeah, it's good to be back. And thank you for sticking with me thus far throughout all of my sewing shenanigans. Okay? And you know what to do. If you like what you've seen, if you stuck with me this far, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be up to date with all of my misadventures. I'm just saying. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for stopping by. And it's that time. I have to skedaddle out of here. So, you know what I'm going to say? I hope you have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Think lovely thoughts. Keep on smiling. And always remember to make beautiful and wonderful things. All right, lovies. I'm out of here. Bye.